So this is Mom. It's January of 2012. We knew that her EF was about 40 in July of 2010, and the doctors had been treating her, and she was doing fine, but she got pneumonia. And of course, she came in by EMS, and her EF was 15. And we did not think she would come out of here. Here we go. But with Marion's help, within about 10 days, this is Mom, and she's ready to go home. And as hard as it was, it was so easy to deal with this with Marion and Betsy. I had full-time nurses with her. She lived in her own home. I would stay weekends. Every morning she was weighed. Her oxygen levels were checked 2 or 3 times a day. Her blood pressure was checked 2 or 3 times a day. She ate no salt, and she still was very active, walking in the yard and doing some gardening. So I finally understood after this first visit how important the salt was. So we go home, and 2 weeks later, we're doing everything by the book. And here she comes back. She's here in February again for only 3 or 4 days, but she needed some more help. And this is so hard on seniors to be in the hospital and the family, but because I didn't leave her side. The days that I wasn't sure what to do, because I knew when her oxygen levels started falling, even though her weight hadn't changed, I knew something was going to happen. So I'd call Marion. Marion would say, give her this amount of Lasix. I said, her blood pressure's normal. We'll give her this and do. So without her, she wouldn't have made it as long as she did. But this was, like I said, February of 2012, and we go back home, and she's doing really well because I am in this conversation with Marion. But in June, it happened again. This was her 4th visit in about 4 or 5 months. This was a bad night. This is when the ED staff said we just didn't think she was going to make it. Now this is 3 o'clock in the morning on a Friday. This is 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday. This is the next day. Again with Marion, and of course Betsy was here. It didn't matter if it was 11 o'clock at night or midnight, Betsy was still working. And so this was her at 4 o'clock the next day. She went home,